What's up there, Fox Body fanatics? It's another Fox Body Friday at the beautiful Fox Body Rehab, where every day is Christmas. Man, every day is Christmas. I just gotta pinch myself sometimes and make sure that I am not dreaming and that this is a reality. I mean, it's my reality. Might not be yours. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But after the culmination of a lot of different things taking place, like for instance, my Pride and Joy excursion getting rolled over on its roof, wasting it. So I've painstakingly taken the truck apart completely, traded and sold every single component I could to fund the new excursion, the new and better excursion. Gotta have something to haul the Fox bodies. So, had these axles, and a buddy of mine says, man, I sure want those axles for a Jeep. And I was like, man, you're sitting on a bunch of 1993 Cobra stuff. And anybody that knows me knows that I am pure retard for a 1993 Cobra in any condition. The worse the better, actually. I like them horrible, horrible. Theft recovery, stripped or wrecked, needing fixed, whatever. I love 93 Cobras. So anyway, they've got one and they're tearing it apart, doing this crazy GT500 swap, Kenny Bell, tubular, IRS, everything custom. So that leaves a lot of parts, a lot of original parts that come off that 93 Cobra. And like I said before, I am retarded for the 93 Cobra cars and parts. I've been chasing it a long time, a really long time. And this stuff's been stored away upstairs in place. You'll see in the video. Finally I found an end. My man had to have those axles, had to have them. Please, I want them. I'll trade you all of the parts that we take off that we don't need. He said, all the parts. He said, which ones do you want? I said, well, if it was in the Cobra, if it sat next to the Cobra, if it brushed up against the 1993 Mustang Cobra, I wanted it. No matter what. Trash, not trash, whatever. He laughed. I'm serious. He knows I'm serious. So that's exactly what I went after. So finally, I put it back to the wall and got these axles pulled, and I was ready to do business. So I go ahead and load him up and head his way, surprise him, and we do that thing that you're about to see in the video. But in the meantime, this is after all of it is being gotten back. I've had a chance to sort through, see what I've got, see what I don't got, you know, seeing what's still over there. Because, you know, I got a matey, I got a pirate, get my booty over there, go plundering some more maybe. It's an amazing place to plunder. Believe me, this shop was amazing. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and click over now, because who the hell wants to stare at me for too much longer? Man, you gotta love how Fridays turn out sometimes. So check this deal out. Easy, Hercules, the forklift is coming. Has to be close enough where it can reach it, though. What do you think, dude? Good trade? Couple of Super Duty axles, some fake ass racing seats, and a front drive shaft for an excursion. So excursion drive shaft, cheap seats, badass excursion axles out of an 03, my baby, my rollover, my first X. And then we're starting to pile up the stuff from over here. So what we got here, it's a terrible situation for a poor car that's gonna be awesome someday, but today's not that day. This here is a 1993 Cobra Mustang. Legit, real deal, 42D VIN code, 93 Cobra. Ran and drove when I had it. Now it's being taken apart for a crazy swap. Cage is done, body's been blasted. So what kind of swap would be that crazy? Well, this kind, of course. That kind of crazy. And the IRS and the front suspension is sitting over here for that too. So it's gonna be a pretty cool car. But a lot of factory parts came off of this thing. And anybody who knows me knows I love factory parts. There's the IRS system and the tubular front, all those miscellaneouses, all slated for the Cobra, which was a clean title car, by the way. Now we're pulling stuff down. Saw the rear axle come out already. Now we're looking at motor and transmission coming down. Maybe. He could barely get it up. Oh, this could go bad. Let's see. I think it gets cheaper if it hits the ground. Whoa. There's that, buddy. Looks a little unstable, but gotta trust the man. Dangling, buddy. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Bam. Twist swiftly. Twist swiftly. Yeah. So, a bunch of more parts. Still a lot to go up here. So we got some of those. Some of this. And I know there was another piece somewhere around here that's already come out that I'm super excited about. Oh, I see it. I see it. A rear end for a rear end. That's fair, right? Oh, especially if it's a 93 Cobra rear disc. Complete. Beautiful. Control arms, e-brake cables, everything a man needs. So super stoked. And there's a lot more still to come down from upstairs. The complete interior, the hood, a lot of the components that he's not using. Every one of them is coming out. So badass. This is my idea of a Fox Body Friday. Stay tuned. I'll update with the rest of the parts later. Heidi ho, Heidi ho, Heidi ho, Heidi ho. 93 Cobra rear end. Cobra motor and trans. Wheels, tires, radiator, interior, fuel tank. Miscellaneous. Oh, it's a happy day. Happy day to be alive in Cobra land. Okay, here you go. So, starting out, 1993 Cobra rear axle complete, quad shocks, complete with brake cables, all the hardware, everything is still connected, ready to bolt right into another car. And then we have the mass air calibrated for the 24-pound injectors, followed by the 1993 Cobra wiring harness for the computer, which is of course also the X3Z, which is the 1993 Cobra computer. Of course, you can't see it on the zoom because my phone sucks. And anybody that knows what that is. That's an opal gray cargo cover. Pretty rare thing to find. Boom. Now you can read Shamalama. Good looking battery tray, factory rear coils for the 93 Cobra, aftermarket cold air intake. Yeah, you know, I'll probably sell that. The 1993 fan shroud, which are black instead of the brown that the rest of them got, with a good bottle. I like that. Then this brass radiator is pretty sweet. It's worth fixing, keeping it, rocking the old school with the original Motorcraft cap. And then like this thing, right? Oh, so here's what we got. We got the motor and transmission, the world-class T5 with a B&M Ripper shifter. I drove this car and it actually shifted really well, so that transmission is going to be great. All we got to do is clean it up, put a clutch in it probably. This exhaust is going to come off and go onto the 93, the red motor, which I'll show you in just a second. As is a bunch of these parts, I'm going to use a lot of the nuts and bolts and miscellaneous to finish off the other motor real fast like. So we got the complete K-member with the brakes. It's actually GT brakes on this car, not Cobra front brakes. Anybody knows those valve covers are wrong. That's not a Cobra valve cover. That sucks because I need a pair. But those are painted black. They tried, you know. But it's there. Then we got a shroud or a fan. It's not in terrible shape. A little bit of miscellaneous. And this guy right here doesn't seem like much, does it? Doesn't seem like much at all. It does to the guy who doesn't have one. Covers your windshield wiper motor on 1992 and a half, 93 cars only. So not only do we have the rear end, bam, and then we got this thing, you know, the drivetrain, did the bam bam, and then got the drive shaft, which is important to turn that thing to make that go. And then you got these. So we got 2 and 2, 2 chrome, 2 gray. 2 of them are replica wheels, 2 of them are original, which actually has a really good offset on a 93 Cobra. But regardless, that's wow, that's 4 wheels and tires right there. And then to add to my collection, this makes number 6 of the mini spares, the aluminum mini spares that I have for the convertibles and the Cobras. And the original fuel tank, which was functioning when it was pulled out of there, which means it's going right in the car. I cleaned it up a little bit. Still got some grease pencil marks even. The best part of this whole story, I mean, obviously I'm not going to be using like this, but anybody know what this is? That's the 93 Cobra water pump pulley. Look that up if you don't know how much those are worth. You'll go crazy with the numbers you come back with. Of course, we got the factory cluster because, you know, that swap's going to get a digital dash or something. So that's the original 93 Cobra cluster. All right. So now that we've covered all of this, plus I really like this radiator. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. I love it. I love it. All right. So all of this stuff, all of this will complete 4011. So this car could be completed with what's laying over there on the trailer. The motor itself, it was wore out, so it's going to need a rebuild, but the trans was good. Fuel system is good. I'm going to take all of those components basically and transfer them over here. Now, I already have the 93 Cobra disc brake is already in this car. It was one of the first things we put back on it. Everything else is legit on that, but that's drivetrain, electronics, the computer, you know, shoot, cooling system, that held pressure, so we could just send it out, have it cleaned up, repaint it. Gonna take whatever I can off of it, of course, see what's salvageable off of this one, like I said, the exhaust. So I'm gonna reverse engineer this for the missing hardware from this. So there's still some stuff that I don't have that's not easily accessible to bolt all the brackets and everything back on. I'll use that motor as a donor while I complete this entire setup. And then once this one is done, made it up to its transmission, which is down there, back in the red one. And then at that point, I can focus on driving this car. I don't care about paint. It's got some little flaws. I mean, it's an 81,000 original mile car, and it's been resprayed, and it wasn't great, you know, but it's still beautiful in red, and it's still a 93 Cobra. The interior is gorgeous. It's gonna need very little to be like amazing, just really dusty. I just want to drive this car, and then it comes time to throw the black one together. Here's my trans already, like I said, the speedometer, the clusters here, everything that I will need for the most part except a long block, which I probably will come up on later. Maybe something with a little bit more power, maybe some heads or something 302, you know, that push rod power. So, I don't know if you guys think this is as cool as I do. I don't know. Tell me, respond, say, man, your life sucks, dude. Why are you so excited about a trailer full of crap? Tell me, man, it's badass, dude. I mean, 2019 and 93 Cobra stuff is still piling up like this. I mean, come on, man. This is all I need in life right here. Happy family and cool cars. Oh, before I go, this is fun. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. So anyway, this Cobra rear end, Danger Danny's really got a need for that. We're thinking maybe for the 84 Capri, maybe. I don't know what he's gonna go with it yet. And the wheels. So I decided that he's got more of a use for these guys than I do. I've got wheels already, I don't need any more. So I went ahead and traded him these 4 93 Cobra wheels, the 2 chrome and the 2 gray, all right? And the complete disc to disc rear end from the 93 Cobra as it sits here on the pallet. And well, what did I trade it for? Well, I traded it for this, a Powerdyne BD11A kit. It needs rebuilt, but most of the parts are here. Everything to really get it on an engine. This is a very simple, basic setup, polished out. I think it'll look pretty sweet on the Cobra motor, and maybe put it in this red car. Since it's non-invasive, it doesn't tap into the oil pan. I don't have to modify it too much. It sure would look cool though. I'd like to do the polished intake, the upper and lower polished. I'll sell this off and then buy the polished kit or trade. I hate these valve covers. If anybody sees this and they like these valve covers and they have a set of 93 Cobra valve covers they want to trade, I'm down. They're just the black one. They don't say Cobra, or they're black, and hopefully it's still got the sticker from 93 if they're the right valve covers I'm looking for. So yep, pretty cool day, man. I just like to sit here and stare at them. Even the T-top coupe, it still exists. It fell out of love though when these all showed up. How could you not? If you're a Fox body guy, these cars are it, man. That's all there is to it. I like a nice coupe, but you cannot beat a beautiful, clean 93 Cobra. Well, guys, I think that's about all I got. I mean, I'm still looking for some of the spots, some of the things I see missing. The brake line, there's a missing brake line, there's a missing booster, and the vacuum tree is missing, which is Cobra specific. A couple other little things I got a list of, so we'll see how it plays out. In the meantime, I'll keep you posted on videos, and we'll see how this works out. Basically, taking that one, turn it into a parts motor to build the other one, and get one of these things on the road pretty quick. But man, thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping up with me. You 4 guys that like my stuff, dude, I really appreciate you guys. All 4 of you are awesome. Everybody else, man, if nothing else, get out there and make a mess in your garage. Just move things around. Pretend like you did something. Go out there, have some fun, man. Sweat a little bit. Later. Walking around, look what I found. Jesus, Shelby F-150. Pretty cool truck. Very cool truck. I like it. Very cool truck. Very neat little truck too. Toys everywhere. Check my boys out if you don't know about them. They got some real cool stuff.